trade show. And what we've done is we've collected materials from our old houses to show people, to show them how we can take the old materials and restore them and put them back into the designs of our reconstructed houses. So what you have here is a banister that we found from an attic, and it's beautifully, beautifully crafted. It fits the hand just like this, as the original carpenter intended, with wonderful detailing. So this is a railing that we've put back in the Ebenezer Pierce house. And there are all sorts of other materials that we use, including our lumber beams. In this case, this is American chestnut. All of the wrought iron, early American wrought iron that you see here is of the late 1700s. These are called Norfolk pewter handles to them. And we restore these and put them back in our houses. Pintles from fireplaces, iron straps that we find and that go back on our doors. Even we'll find for clients period details. This is one of a pair of andirons that we can document as being from the late 1700s. In this case, there's these andirons can be found in Massachusetts, and a bar went through the top, and from the bar, dishwarmers were placed. So this one comes from it's in the Dartmouth Museum in New Bedford, Mass. So now we move on. We find moldings, and usually they're covered with paint and everything, but once you take the paint off, then what you have is absolutely gorgeous wood, all beautifully hand-carved. Same thing with old mantles. They look like a wreck when you find them, with the old layers of paint coming off. But once you take that off, what's exposed is, in most cases, beautiful pine that has a wonderful grain and color and patina to it. So then we talk to people about how we dismantle and rebuild the old houses, and we walk them through the whole process. How we use everything from sheathing that you see down here that becomes flooring, or in the case, we hope, of perhaps furniture, period furniture that we want to do. And then old houses of this time period just wouldn't be old if they didn't have a lot of the wrought iron implements and so forth that were part of daily life. From these peels, which were used in the fireplaces and bread ovens. This is really a lovely design with this sort of ram's head design here. Find it here and here. Old pots, kettles. Andirons. These andirons in particular would have been for upstairs fireplaces. They're so small. And these are very unusual and different, but you can see that they're for the small fireplaces. Fireplace tongs. This one is of a safety pin design to pick up embers. And scrapers, boot scrapers, to clean off your boots. Little saucepans with high legs so that these would be placed over embers, and then you would cook all of your sauces and so forth using those pots. So that's what we've been doing. You know, the crane. People wonder how cranes work. So part of what we end up doing is also educating people about how these houses were put together, from the masonry to all of these sort of implements that made these houses function, kept them warm, kept people cooking and living in them. Everything but bathrooms.